Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I've got Baz with me,
Hello, everyone.
and we are down to the third week of the Multi-Battle League. So for those that are just tuning in, the Multi-Battle League is a league filled with some of the best VGC players and Pokemon YouTubers in the game. We've got 8 different teams. I teamed up with Baz, and we've had a pretty good start to the tournament so far. We are currently 2-0, and I'll link both of the games that we played in and the respective team building videos if you're interested in that. But yeah, this is going to be the third team building video. This time we are up against Team Scald, which I believe has Joey and Emvee.
Yes, indeed. So some interesting opponents. We're one of only two teams to be 2-0 at this point, which does feel nice.
Yep.
We are picking up the pace now as well. We're hopefully going to be doing two of these battles a week, so you don't have to wait around so long. But yeah, this is one that I have been looking forward to because, I mean, I've been watching, Joey especially for years and years and years. So I'm looking forward to it. But
Yeah,
let's get
no,
the teams up.
I think they're really good actually. Like, when people were looking at this league, they were like, "Oh, it's definitely going to be the VGC players that dominate." But I think Joey and MV definitely very formidable opponents, and they had a really, really close game against Wolfie and Marcus last week. So definitely don't want to underestimate them by any
Yeah,
means.
like their skills aren't confined to just singles. Like they do know
Exactly.
Pokemon, in general very well. So
Right.
I do expect them to be very competent in this matchup.
Definitely.
And like you said at the end of the battle last week as well, we do maybe have to wake up a little bit and maybe prepare a bit more. Like
Right. Right.
because the goggles on that Hooper was nasty.
Hmm.
But I mean, I've had a little bit of a look at this, and the Diancie has to hold its Mega Stone. The Abomasnow is already Grass type. Um, the really goggles on Rotom when it's not really going to be doing much against the Amoonguss anyway.
Right.
Maybe goggles on Cresselia, maybe goggles on Arcanine, maybe goggles on Mienshao, but I don't know. I'm not seeing goggles popping up here in this one, to be honest.
Yeah. Especially I think that since they have the Abomasnow, that can definitely counter our Azumarill a fair amount.
Yeah,
I could see goggles maybe on Rotom. That's the only thing maybe. Or
potentially.
press potentially to block Spore.
Yeah.
But I'm not as worried as last week because last week that was a pretty major issue.
Yeah, I think on the Cresselia, if anything. I
Right.
mean, I think I'm just looking at it on face value because we haven't had a massive in-depth look right here. I think our team matches up pretty well. I mean, the Azumarill could potentially just you know plunder through that team.
Mhm.
Minus the Abomasnow and the Rotom really,
Right.
and the Volcarona could also with Giga Drain could do a lot of work here too.
Yeah, Mega Lucario also sticks out to me because like
Yeah,
Diancie is like the one Pokemon I don't know very much about because we never see it in VGC, but Lucario, being Steel type, getting access to like Bullet Punch
yeah,
seems like a very solid answer against it.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure a close combat will be very close to one-shotting Rotom too.
Yeah, definitely.
And obviously the Abomasnow and the Rhydon as well.
Yeah.
Like both of their games, week one and week two, they have led with Cresselia and Arcanine, and they've used their
Mhm.
Arcanine in a very supportive way with Snarl, with Intimidate as well, obviously.
Right.
And I don't know, I can't see them changing that to be honest. Like it's a pretty solid team that they've got, but
Yeah, I think the Trick Room option definitely sticks out as well since they have relatively slow Pokemon. They have Crest and Goth actually, which is kind of cool.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, they've
so I can see
not.
them going for that, but that's where Amoonguss can definitely help us out.
I don't think they've used the Murkrow or Gothorita yet, but I mean they've definitely
Mhm.
got. I mean it'd be a bit gimmicky, but they've definitely got potential to trap and perish Song with those two.
Right.
So I don't know. They've got options, but I mean I feel like if we can get either Azumarill or Volcarona or Lucario set up, we'll be set basically.
Yeah, and I definitely want to bring all three of those. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in terms of picking six, like three of those, I can definitely already see
yeah.
like we
So
should be bringing
yeah, I
those.
think already we can put them up here. I mean definitely these three.
Yeah.
So
I guess one interesting thing is like hitting like because Cresselia is so naturally bulky, so like we don't want it to sit around for too long. I mean, we could ignore it. It really comes down to its moveset, but Weavile could be an interesting pick here for both fake out support as a lead and also to get maybe a super effective knockoff or something against Crest.
yeah, and to potentially help out if they do lead with the Gothorita as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean
So I think
the Cresselia that they've used the past weeks has just been Icy Wind and Thunderwave and Trick Room, I think.
oh wow, that's interesting.
So yeah, like full sort of speed control. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do like paralyzing things, so I'm expecting a Thunderwave to stay on there.
Right.
So I mean, Lumbarion, Volcarona could be nice there.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Unless they do go for the Trick Room and the Rhydon mode, I guess.
yeah, I think Amoonguss is a pretty good Pokemon to bring in here actually because it can actually even hit Rotom and Rhydon for super effective. But also just because if they go for Trick Room, then we can just come in and spore stuff.
Yeah, and it's not like a Blizzard will one-shot Amoonguss as well.
Exactly.
I suppose it can't spore the Diancie, the Magic Bounce.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
forgot about that
yeah,
actually.
I actually just reminded myself too.
It's good that we know now before the game.
Yeah, but yeah, I do agree. I think Amoonguss is good, so I'll pop that up there too.
Cool.
And look at us being all efficient. We've got 4 picks already.
Yeah.
um, yeah, Weavile is a good option. I mean, it would even cover if we had Ice Shard. Maybe it would cover the Jumpluff too.
Mm-hmm.
Although you could see them having the Focus Sash on that.
Right.
But then
But I think
they'll
either way, just because it's like faster than their entire team, like if we lead with it, we can have a lot of presence right from the start.
yeah yeah
Um, and then like you said, I think Azumarill could be really key here because once you get that belly drum off, like Aquajet pretty much one hit KOs everything, bar, Rotom, and Abomasnow, and then we have ways to deal with those as well.
yeah. So let's put not Aerodactyl again. That Aerodactyl does not want to say where it's supposed to be. There we go. Um, let's there we go. Bring Weavile up. And well, where are we now? I mean,
We've got five, that's good, but picking a six is kind of tricky here.
yeah, I feel like this has been easier to pick these 5 so far than the
Yeah,
other games.
definitely. I think I'm looking at Raichu mainly because it can redirect the electric type attacks away from Rotom. So if we try to go for an Azumarill sweep, that could work, but not sure how much we really want that. We could also like Tech and Hidden Power Fire Steel as well to one hit knock out the Obama or the Diancie.
Yeah. uh, I mean, Pinsir. I mean, I think you could really make a case for each of these 5 Pokemon.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like at this point, I think like the five we've chosen, those are the main ones, and then the sixth one is more like, oh, it's just gonna help around, depending on the situation we're in.
So let's say, okay, so how are we going to approach this game? We're going to lead with Weavile and maybe, oh well, okay, let's assume they're leading with Cresselia and Arcanine, just because that's what they've done the past few games. So if we lead Weavile and Azumarill, that'd be fantastic for us.
Yeah, that's like a perfect lead. I feel like they have to lead with something to counteract that,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
I can't see
So
it with Crest Arcanine again, so I could see something like Rotom Abomas though to put double pressure on Azumarill.
yeah, so let's say we do lead Weavile and Azumarill, and they do bring either Rotom or Abomasnow or both of them to lead off with.
Mhm.
How can we sort of jiggle our way back into position from there?
Right.
I mean, we
That's
could always fake out one and
yeah, like I could see
fake
also
out the Rotom, switch in the Volcarona or something.
exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. So it's like that's not even the worst of positions.
Yeah.
Um, I wonder what the Deoxys calcs on like Obama and Rotom are.
I'm pretty sure with a Life Orb, a Psycho Boost does one-shot Rotom.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, 90% of the time, factoring in accuracy.
Right,
Um,
right.
Fire
Because
Punch it learns, so it can knock out the Abomasnow, but then again, an Ice Shard will just knock out the Deoxys.
does it just knock it out in one hit?
I would guess it would, yeah.
Man,
I,
that's crazy.
like the Brilliant Mac Punch does, like, well over 50%, like,
Right, right.
so, yeah.
Hmm. I don't know, like I could see Deoxys being a worthy lead option though, just to put on a lot of pressure on the start. Like if you lead like Deoxys and like Volk or Azumarill, it's like, oh, I have to target one, but I can't target both, right? Because Deoxys is the offensive threat, but Azumarill or Volk like could get a Quiver Dance or a Belly Drum up. So I think Deoxys could work as a lead option, but so can like Smeargle and Raichu.
I do actually like the Weavile, just because I'm a little bit worried about the Gothorita
Yeah,
and how that could actually put us in a really bad position if they either get Trick Room up or, I don't know, trap us in. I mean, just trapping in general is obviously not nice.
right, right.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't think they've used the Mienshao yet, so we can't fake that out because it's got inner focus. So
Right.
if we did lead, I suppose if we led with a Azumarill, then that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, because then we could just either trade fake outs or then we could pull a switch. I'm not too worried about Mienshao. I mean, it could get access to Rock Slide. Like they'll probably, if they bring it, want to tech that for Volk. But other than that, like I don't think it's too much of a threat against our team.
I mean, I think just leading Weavile and Azumarill, to be honest, I mean, I think that's just really solid.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, okay, so we've got the jump off, maybe. We could Ice Shard with Weavile.
Hmm.
I mean, if we put Life Orb on the Weavile, then that definitely will one-shot it, I would imagine, unless it's got a Yachi Berry or Focus Sash.
Yeah, actually, Life Orb's a pretty cool call here on Weavile because I don't think we really need Sash.
Yeah, yeah,
Because nothing on their team. I guess Bar, Arcanine, Mienshao, and maybe Diancie. But yeah, I like the Life Orb call here.
yeah,
That makes sense to me. I mean, I assume like Volk, Azumarill, Lucario, Mungus are all going to be relatively standard sets. Uh,
yeah.
Techie and Sunny Day could actually be interesting here. I'm not sure how much that's. They do have a jump up, so they could use that against us, but it could screw over Rotom and Obama though.
Mm.
Not sure if we can really fit that on any Pokemon though.
No, I mean, Sunny Day, what would that even do? Just reduce the accuracy of Blizzard and
Yeah.
Hydro Pump.
Right. So it's like mainly for Volcarona if you're trying to get a Volk set up, but
Yeah,
otherwise, nah, not really.
yeah. It doesn't help our own Azumarill either, actually.
Yeah. But for the last Pokemon, I'm leaning more towards Raichu or Deoxys, I think.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, let's work through this. I don't think Aerodactyl really
Mhm.
is too handy. I mean, it's faster than the Jumpluff. It's faster than the Mean Shower and can knock it out. But again, that isn't the biggest of threats.
Right.
I am a little bit worried about the Arcanine, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Just because with the Intimidate, it will definitely survive like a close combat from Lucario. If they check our Azumarill, then that Arcanine is going to be a massive problem. Like, if we are taking Weavile and Amoonguss and, you know,
Right.
all that lot.
So I was
So,
wondering, like, how much can Deoxys do to Arcanine? Because I feel like Deoxys can just like chunk everything on their team to the point where we don't have to worry about it as much.
I
So
mean, they might
yeah,
even they might put
the priority
extreme
is like
speed on
scary.
their
Yeah,
Arcanine as well,
yeah,
though.
that's the one fear.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do the calculation, Aldi, just out of curiosity to see
Hmm.
how much that does. I mean, they have used to support Arcanine before, but I mean, they could put extreme speed on it.
Right.
Deoxys attack.
You could go with Smeargle again for follow me support. That could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Smeargle's always good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, extreme speed with like no boosting item or anything, just adamant max extreme speed to Deoxys attack does 106 to 125%.
Oh my god. I was like, Deoxys is so cool. Yeah, we get to use him, and he just dies to everything. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I don't know. They might not use extreme speed. I mean, because it is just a call just for one Pokemon.
Right, right.
So I kind of do like potentially the Deoxys. I think for me it's either because like that Deoxys could maybe be a little bit of an issue too. For me, it is between either Deoxys, Smeargle, or maybe actually Aerodactyl. I mean, we
Yeah.
could put Steel Wing on it, or
Oh, that's interesting.
like Fire Fang for the Bomber Snow or something. I don't know.
Actually, the more I think about it, yeah, maybe Aerodactyl's not a terrible call here.
I mean, the only worry would be if they did get a Trick Room up, I suppose.
Right,
But we have
right.
got Amoonguss and we have got
Yeah, I think
Azumarill.
Amoonguss helps us enough that we don't have to worry too much about the Trick Room options.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want that Diancie because what's its like its signature move, Diamond Storm. That's it. It hits. It's a spread attack. It hits both targets, and for each target, each hit, I think it's like a 50% chance. Correct me if I'm wrong. People in the comments. I think it's a 50% chance that it boosts its defense. So, like potentially, it can get a +2 defense boost on one turn. So I
Oh,
wouldn't want
wow.
that to start, you know, rolling down the hill and
Right,
becoming
because we're
too much
mainly
for us.
defensive oriented.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I don't know, like maybe Smeargle wouldn't be too handy here, considering that if the anti is a problem, we can't spore it, or
Right.
an Enrage Powder is going to do nothing. Maybe Wide Guard, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm right now kind of torn between Deoxys, Aerodactyl. I mean, Raichu could honestly make sense for the dual fake out support for our setups.
Yeah,
But we do give up offense if we choose to bring it. Although we could like tech some random moves on it as well.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, at the beginning of this conversation, you said that you could see maybe the goggles going on the Rotom, and if they did do that, that Rotom would be a massive problem for us.
Hmm.
So maybe Raichu is required here.
Yeah, and I think like what's nice is like they actually, if we have, for example, like smack an assault vest onto it, like they don't have a way to effectively one hit KO it. I think, other than maybe Rhydon, so we could even use Endeavor to our advantage as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Raichu learns Grass Knot too. Yeah, it
It
does.
does, yeah, I think.
So, I mean, we could definitely do some options with Raichu there.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, if if we didn't do Assault Vest, we could even do some other stuff like Fling and King's Rock and stuff.
Oh yeah, actually, no, that's really I like that too.
Because I mean,
Like,
like, what can they do to stop us doing that and just setting up a Belly Drum turn 2 or something as well?
right, right. Yeah, I think Raichu honestly might be a call here.
Yeah, maybe. First game we've actually taken our 2 fake out users.
Yeah.
Um,
But I don't know, just because like you said, Deoxys is just too frail. They could tech so many things like an Ice Shard or extreme speed. So like then it just like kind of faints and doesn't do much. Aerodactyl's okay, but I don't know. It's just like gets weakened by Intimidate, doesn't do much damage, and then like Obama and Rotom really threaten it. But then like Raichu, uh, like surprisingly, it can be relatively bulky or offensive depending on how we choose. And then like I think it just really supports our team well here.
yeah. I suppose if we do go with Raichu, then that means we really would have to watch out for that Arcanine.
Yeah, definitely.
But otherwise, I'd feel pretty solid with that. I mean, I'll move Raichu up, and no, not Aerodactyl. I'll, the sprite's too big. There we
Yeah,
go. Put you
perfect.
up there, and hmm, how does that look?
I'm pretty content with that,
It looks
honestly.
okay.
Yeah.
Like my my first sort of impression looking at it is too much support, too little offense. But I mean, I suppose we have got those big hitters, the three Azumarill, Volcarona, and Lucario.
Yeah.
Weavile can hit actually pretty hard with a life orb if we go down that route as well.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with knockoff.
Yeah. And okay, so let's say we take these 6. Let's say
Okay.
they do get Trick Room up. Worst case scenario is I don't think there is one really. I mean, if they get the Abomasnow in, Hidden Power Fire from Amoonguss
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
wouldn't one shot Abomasnow, would it? It'd do
I
probably
doubt
about
it. It would
like
probably do like 70-ish.
yeah, I was thinking about 60, 70.
Yeah.
I mean, like a Bullet Punch and Hidden Power Fire could knock it out, I
Yeah,
suppose.
actually.
Um, but
What would we give up for it though? Because Spore, Rage Powder, Giga Drain are all pretty good here. Especially like Giga Drain's actually a really good attack for Rotom and Rhydon if they bring it.
yeah, I think if we were going to give anything up, it would be Protect.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we really needed Protect in the first game too much against
Yeah, that's
Marcus and
true.
Wolf. Uh,
Um, yeah, I guess even here, I mean, the one thing you really protect yourself against is the Abomasnow, in a switch in. But I don't know. I could see us still using it because it's like, oh, if I avoid Amoonguss fainting this turn, then I can switch in something like Volcarona and then just Rage Powder Quiver Dance the next turn or Rage Powder Heat Wave. So I'm not
yeah,
sure like if it's because Protect is just such a good move all the time.
yeah, yeah, it is. And if we do have Giga Drain on the Volcarona, then I mean the Rhydon and the Diancie are really the only things that can. I suppose if they do put Rock Slide, I guess, on the Mienshao. I mean they have got the Rotom too, but I mean with Giga Drain, I think Volcarona does look really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean definitely these 3 they do look super nice here. The Azumarill, Lucario, and Volcarona. So as long as we
Yeah,
can support them well, I think we should be okay.
yeah. I'm pretty content with the 6. Like I don't think we need to really tech in anything crazy either. Just because like the nature of how they work.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really thought about the Murkrow much, but they don't. I mean, I don't think they've used it yet.
Yeah, I mean it gets what like Tailwind, Quash.
Yeah, worst case scenario, it's got the goggles and Quash, I suppose, and
Yeah,
then they would be able to, like Quash and Rock Slide or Quash and Diamond Storm or something like that. But I don't know how likely they would be to see that as a way to go.
yeah.
But yeah, I like these 6. I think.
Yeah, and I think we could bluff, or we could just bring like either Aerodactyl and Deoxys, or I like this Smeargle mind games.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Smeargle is the mind game Pokemon, so we want that definitely
Yeah,
to
just as a
to
bluff. And I
to
think like
scare them.
last one doesn't matter. I don't that much. I think, but
Yeah.
I never. Yeah,
I mean, I suppose maybe okay, so if we led with Weavile and Azumarill, what wouldn't we want them to lead with? Rotom or Abomasnow?
Abomasnow.
Maybe we
Maybe
could take.
Jumpluff.
Yeah, maybe. So what out of Aerodactyl or Pinsir or Deoxys would scare them most? I guess. Probably the
Um,
Deoxys, I would imagine.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so we'll take Deoxys and Smeargle as the sort of backups that we probably won't use then, I guess.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm happy with this. If you are.
Yeah, works for me. I think it's pretty simple. Like for moves and EV spreads, pretty much sticking to what we've been using before also makes sense to me. I think the one thing maybe is Raichu, like what kind of set we want to use on that.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking with the Azumarill, the only thing that we'd really want play rough for instead of knockoff is the Mienshao.
Right,
Like we could have knockoff. We've got the 100% accurate, move with that, and we still
right,
do a lot of damage to the Rotom, to the Cresselia, to everything else. The Gothorita. Maybe knockoff
right.
is better than play rough here.
Yeah, I like knockoff more, just because we don't have to rely on the accuracy as well.
Yeah, I have gotten a Azumarill with knockoff too, so that
Yeah,
so that's happy.
perfect. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Uh, there's one thing I just thought of, but it slipped my mind.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it'll come back to me.
I don't think there really is too much of a need for Bug Buzz on the Volcarona. I think Giga Drain is too good here.
I agree, especially against like Crest can't do anything against this. You can just Quiver Dance in front of its face.
Yeah, yeah. The Volcarona that we have been using has been pretty bulky as well, so it'll
Yeah,
definitely be able to take a Hydro Pump, especially at +1. I'll
yeah,
I'll do the calculation actually, afterwards, how much the Hydro Pump does on our Rotom just to be sure, but it is a bulky one.
yeah. I think one thing we might have to watch out for is potential feint. Or sorry, a wide. It's not a wide guard, quick guard since we have priority. But if we have feint on our Pokemon, that could help.
Yeah, Quick Guard from the Mienshao, I guess that's
Yeah,
the only thing that
that's the
can.
only one. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. If we were in a position with Weavile and Azumarill, and yeah, they Quick Guarded. Yeah, I suppose I could see that. Yeah, we
So
could
I'm just
use.
like, I think we should definitely have feint on something just in case.
Yeah, so I mean we've got two options, actually three
Yeah.
options for Feint,
Oh
Lucario
yeah.
then too.
Yeah, yeah.
But definitely on either the Raichu or the Weavile or both. I mean for the Weavile we'd go with Fake Out, Ice Shard, I guess for the. Oh well, actually, it's faster than Jump Up anyway, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Ice Shard isn't too
You could
necessary
just
as
go
long as
like
we've got
knock
Ice
off
Punch.
Icicle Crash or
Yeah,
Ice if you want a more accurate Ice Punch, and then feint, I think.
yeah. So Fake Out, Dual Stab, and Feint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with Raichu, Fake Out, Electric Attack, uh, and then we could go Grass Knot.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just Grass Knot does nothing to Rodon because it's so light.
yeah, that's right.
Like
Um,
Thunderbolt does more.
especially if they Thunderbolt into our Lightning Rod.
Yeah. I don't know. I get like I can see a tech hidden power here being pretty good because both their megas are 4 times weak to steel or fire.
I mean, I quite like. Yeah, that is something. I mean, I was gonna say I quite like Encore on Raichu here
Oh yes, yes,
because it's
definitely.
not something that like as even like in the past VGC year, it's not really
Right,
been used on Raichu too
right.
much.
Except like the old Raichu is like always
Yeah,
fake out encore.
yeah. So
I
I
think with
think
King's Rock could be interesting as well here because
yeah,
we're setup oriented. So maybe we want to go that route.
yeah. I mean, we've definitely got some options,
Yeah, I
and
really like I like the more supportive Raichu here though. Actually, I agree with
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Because yeah, I think most of our knockouts are going to be taken from those three attackers: Azumarill,
Exactly.
Lucario, and Volcarona. So the more we can support them, the better, I guess.
Yeah. So I think fake out. What's it? Encore, fling, and then we could just go for an attacking move.
Yeah, Thunderbolt, I guess,
Yeah.
just to chunk the Rotom a little bit. I mean,
Exactly.
if we did go with that, what would we miss? I mean, if we didn't have Grass Knot, then okay, we wouldn't be able to hit the Rhydon. That's not a
That's it.
massive deal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Endeavor could be nice, but it's actually not the most used move either.
Yeah, I
So
could actually see maybe Endeavor over Thunderbolt just so we hit everything as opposed to, some, but that's an option worth considering.
maybe.
And then
Um,
that way we don't have to care about having any special attack EVs, just go full bolt.
yeah. I mean, I think it is nice to have an electric attack on Raichu just to take advantage of the lightning rod if they do it, and also if they lead with me and Xiao, it can we can double into it with something because Raichu is faster.
Right.
So I think I do like Thunderbolt on Raichu, to be honest.
Yep.
But
Okay. Fine
but
with me.
yeah, I think we're just about there with this team now.
Yeah, I'm really content.
Okay, so well there we go. Do you want to start wrapping things up?
Yeah. So that's pretty much gonna be it for the team building video. Once again, these are kind of just me and Baz talking through our composition and what we're going up against. And we kind of change sometimes ideas right after the video, but we always stick with the same Pokemon that we've decided on. So for this week against Joey and Emvee, we're going to be using Amoonguss, Azumarill, Lucario, Volcarona, Raichu, and Weavile. The battle will be on Baz's channel. I'll link that in the description below. And please go subscribe to Baz if you aren't already, because he's a great content creator and just got top 8 at Worlds. And really lucky to be teaming up with him. Hopefully we can win this whole league. We're 2-0 right now. Definitely would want to pick up a win here because Joey and Emvee are very, very good. So stay tuned and keep your eyes out on Baz's channel for the actual battle.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.